Hello everybody, it's Foxy speaking, and this is another episode of the most recommended YouTubers for 2023, that is. And this YouTuber, or the person who I'm representing in this very episode, is a YouTuber who really doesn't have very many subscribers. But I found out about her because of an enchanting couple who I follow from time to time, that is. She's American, by the way, this lovely lady. It's a female YouTuber, not a male one. But she's a lovely American lady who goes by the name of Sandra Parrott. And Sandra Parrott is an enchanting YouTuber. Though doesn't even have has not even got to 100 subscribers, only she managed to pass over 30, but I think she's relatively new to YouTubing. But when you're relatively new to YouTubing, you're not just going to get a whole bunch of subscribers. It just depends on the content you make. For some people, it can take about 1 or 2 years to gain their first subscriber. YouTubing for various YouTubers and various content creators and all that, and all the rest of things, it can generally take time to receive subscribers and things like that. It just depends, it's highly dependent on the content you provide, Everybody provides different content, as we are all different as people. And as human beings, we are all different, which is what makes us humanly distinctive individuals, as humanity plays the part in all of this in our world and all the rest of it. But I must say, Sandra, my dear Sandra, you deserve to be represented, and a representation indeed. Oh, my dear Sandra. Not only do you deserve representation for the content you provide, but you certainly also deserve representation because you're always extremely kind and friendly to all of us, and you're always very loving and very kind, not to mention very loving and very friendly. And there's another thing I forgot to point out about oh my goodness, the lovely, lovely Sandra Parrott. Sandra Parrott is always friendly to not just me, but anybody she encounters, whether that be on a Graham and Fiona occasional live streaming session. She's always friendly to everybody, particularly to Graham and Fiona, and she's always friendly towards Trevor Colt as well. Although I have not always seen her watch Trevor Colt's content, I would assume she does watch him from time to time, Always, I always say hello whenever I see Sandra, and have a ball, have some wondrous conversations with her, whether that be classic cars or rail enthusiast interest or exploring certain places, or how our health and how we're getting on age-wise, health-wise. Well, that is, we do get on quite a bit in age, as a lot of us do, and as I certainly do from time to time. Oh dear. One cannot stop getting older, or that sort of thing, or other various lovely sort of things we talk about if we have a conversation together, being myself and lovely Susan. So yes, Susan does deserve representation, not only because she's interesting as a YouTuber, but because she's always so loving and friendly to everybody, and Sandra is always so friendly and loving to everybody, and lovely Sandra, she's also one of my greatest friends, who I am greatly entrusting of, if I dare might point out. Like I have one very entrusting great friend from Dave and Sally Abel, which is lovely Heather from Canada, that is. From Graham and Fiona's content, I have 4 greatly entrusting friends of mine who I'm always going to be greatly entrusting of, and I'll always love them and will always think fondly of them as close friends. I will certainly always love them as close friends, if I dare might explain it a little better, and I'll certainly always be thinking greatly fondly of them as close friends, and certainly do I hope my friendship with my 4 entrusting friends from Graham and Fiona's content will continually flourish happily into the future years to come. I have made many, but don't get me wrong, I've certainly made many good, wonderful friends from Graham and Fiona's content, as well as making many good friends from Dave and Sally Abel's content. But on the other hand, there will be 4 friends who I'll always be greatly entrusting of, and that is my dear lady Sandra, and another one, another lovely dear lady, Tony. Well, Sandra Barrett, Tony Stark, and lovely Mary, who's Mary Ipock, and last but not least, Patricia Murphy. Those 4 enchanting ladies will always be my 4 greatest friends who I'll always be greatly entrusting of, who are from Graham and Fiona's content. But don't get me wrong, just because Sandra, Tony, Mary and Patricia are my 4 greatest friends who I'm greatly entrusting of from Graham and Fiona's content, I certainly do have all the friends I've made from Graham and Fiona's content. Will certainly always be my good friends, even if they are not friends who I'm greatly entrusting of. But I will always be trusting of them in a different way. I certainly do not have any troubling distrust of them. I trust them very, very much. But it's just, I've sort of limited myself as to who I could be most entrusting to. But Graham and Fiona, since they're the ones who represent the live stream sessions and the content they provide, I think I would almost certainly always have to be greatly entrusting of them, and I am greatly entrusting of them. I certainly am. I like them very, very much as my greatest close friends. I really, really do indeed. Certainly speaking so. And one thing, Sandra, if you are still watching, why I'm also representing you was that you did come on to the United Kingdom on holiday, and my goodness, your content of representing the United Kingdom, and as well as Salzburg in Austria, I was impressed. I was greatly impressed. But it's just a pity we didn't meet in England, in the United Kingdom, or possibly over in Scotland, up north. Never mind. Well, we didn't know of each other back then, back in June of 2023. We certainly did not know of each other back then, which is most understandable as to why we did not meet back in June of 2023, But hopefully another time you're over in England, in the United Kingdom, or anywhere in the United Kingdom, another time you're down, Sandra, I would certainly love to meet up with yourself and your dearly loved husband, And that would certainly be an elated delight, but never mind if it doesn't happen soon. It would certainly happen one day in the future, but we shall take our time and take it steady. It's certainly no rush. I certainly would not rush it, because that would be highly wrong if I did, But even though we did not meet back in June of 2023, Sandra, even though we didn't know of each other back then, we do happily know of each other now, and I will always love you, and I'll always be thinking fondly of you, and we will certainly meet up one day in the future whenever you are ready. And I am certainly in no rush for us meeting up together, whether that be at a classic car event, a railway museum, a transportation museum, or at a boating pool, or inside a historic boat, or in a historic castle. or at Hove Park Miniature Railway, or Eastbourne Miniature Steam Railway, or Hastings Miniature Railway, the Hastings Cliff Funicular Railway attractions, or at a railway station or a preserved steam railway, or at a pub or restaurant, I would certainly be more than happy to do that with you, Sandra, alongside your dearly loved husband as well. But could you imagine if Graham and Fiona joined us as well? Or if it was myself, yourself, lovely Tony Stark, the lovely Mary Ipock alongside her dearly loved husband, Glenn, and as well Patricia Murphy as well. That would be an enchanting, it would be an enchanting moment of us getting together. But this is just me thinking imaginatively within my imagination. I'm not saying this would happen in real life in the future years to come, certainly not. But, yes. But I wanted to say, I certainly appreciate you, Sandra, and certainly does Graham and Fiona greatly appreciate you very, very much as well, my dear lady. I will always be thinking fondly of you in the way Graham and Fiona does. And why I'm representing you is because not only do you provide excellent and brilliant content as far as what I've seen, which really did impress me specifically greatly, I think you deserve considerably many, many more subscribers than what you've currently got. And you certainly deserve considerably very, very many more viewers and watch time hours than what you've currently got, even if you're fairly new to YouTubing. It's only my opinionated thoughts, but this is what I believe. And I believe in you, my dear lady Sandra. I certainly do believe in you very, very much. And if I dare might repeat once again, as I've said before, I will always be greatly entrusting of you, and certainly will I always have a greatly entrusting nature towards you, as you, from Graham and Fiona's content, are one of the 4 greatly entrusting friends of mine from Graham and Fiona. Just to say, as you are, as I said, and as well as Tony, Mary, and Patricia, if I'd said it one last time. But may your success for YouTube in the future be a thriving success, and may it end up spreading further into glory, your future YouTube success, Sandra, you know. And may you receive many wonderful YouTubing milestones in the future. But if I did get lost for words for a great moment ago, Sandra, I am my utmost apologies. You deserve the representation, Sandra. Indeed you do, my dear lady. Yeah, but yes, as I was saying to Sandra, I certainly do believe she deserves many, many more subscribers compared to what she's currently got. And also, because she's so friendly and so loving, it's important one possesses the personality, morality she is very much possessed in herself in the most endearing way, gracious way possible, you know. I think she does represent, in a way, that having a good morality is always the best thing in life, and I think she's got an excellent morality. Graham and Fiona have a good morality as well, as does Tony Stark, Mary Ipock, and Patricia Murphy as well. I certainly believe so. But yes, Sandra Parrott certainly does deserve to be one of the most recommended YouTubers indeed for 2023. And please, please, please do subscribe to her channel. The link to her channel will be found in the description below. And Sandra, my dear lady Sandra, you certainly do deserve this representation indeed. And for whenever we do meet in the future, for whenever you're over in the United Kingdom another time in the future years to come, I would certainly, really, absolutely love to introduce you to my best friend, David Scott. as I know he would be happy to see you, and seeing you've expressed an interest in classic cars and things, he would definitely very much like you for that, and it would be his absolute pleasure if he would end up teaching you about the various classic cars and things, and all the joyous wonders of what classic car events can truly bring and all that. Indeed so. You certainly do deserve this representation indeed, my dearest Lady Sandra. And thanks for watching if you did watch. Thanks everybody all for watching. Please don't forget to check out and subscribe to Sandra's channel if necessarily possible. But obviously that's certainly up to you to decide and see what you thought on lovely Sandra's channel. But rest assured, she will always be friendly and loving to anyone she encounters, but obviously she would not take kindly to trolls, that is, as I too do not take kindly to trolls as well, but in a different way and in a different reactive way. But Graham and Fiona, don't you even start trolling with them, because you would be blocked if you did that. Graham would block you more patiently. He would say, I don't really say anything, all I just do is find the troll who ends up trolling me, and then I just go block, the way he does it. But if it was Fiona, you'd end up being sworn at and blocked highly abruptly. So behave. If you're in Sandra's content, my content, or Graham and Fiona's content. Just to say. Thanks everybody for watching. That's it for this episode of the most recommended YouTubers for 2023, who I certainly believe should be one of the most recommended YouTubers for 2023. And that's one in the next episode I just done, lovely Sandra Parrott. Thanks all for watching, and I shall certainly see you in the very next video. Ta-ta, another time. From Foxy.